What's up everybody, welcome to another Benzwerks tutorial. This is Rich from Benzwerks, and this week we have the S-Class 220 battery removal. And the procedures consist of removing the battery and showing you how to properly reinstall it. Tools you will be needing is a 3/8 ratchet, a long extension, a 13mm socket, 10mm socket, and a door clip tool. Door clip tool is the one furthest to the right with the red handle. Difficulty for this one is going to be on medium. So first thing we do is locate the battery. On these 220s, the battery is located to the right side of the trunk. Once you remove this panel here, you will see that the battery is just underneath, and you're going to see red and black. Red is standing for positive and black standing for the negative cable. So first thing I do is grab my 10mm socket and loosen the nut that holds this terminal in place for the cable wire. And here is a quick layout of what you're looking at. Again, red is positive, black negative. The vent tube you're gonna have to remove, and the remote trunk motor, which some S classes had, most didn't. If you did, then you would just have to remove a foam cover, the motor, and everything else. Alright, so at this point I removed the negative cable. Remember guys, always start with the negative cable first. That disconnects the power to the car, eliminating the possibility of getting shocked. At this point I take my 10mm once again, loosen the nut there, and here I try to remove the cable. These cables do get stuck from time to time. This is where I use my door clip tool. I just use it because it's small, and it's a nice little prying bar. Alright, so at this point I pry down, get it out the way. So now what we're going to do is remove the bracket. Again, this is the motor. You don't have to worry about it. Most S classes didn't have this. Again, if you did, there is just a foam insert to the right that you will see there. You remove that, the motor's in the middle, and then there's another foam on the bottom. You remove that one as well, and then you're just basically going to be looking at what we're looking at now, which is the bracket. At this point you grab your 13mm socket with a long extension, and if you notice here on this bracket, one side has a lip to it, an edge. That side is going to be holding the battery in place. When reinstalling, you have to make sure you install it properly. I believe it only fits one way, so I don't think you have to worry too much about it. Alright, so now at this point we're going to look to remove the battery itself. Alright, so what I do is slightly push it towards the right and then lift up. You can't lift straight up on it because there is actually an edge lipped on the left side of that trunk there. You can see it in there, and that's what holds the left side of the battery in place. So once you're going to reinstall it, you're going to want to make sure that the tray area is clear of any debris that might stop the battery from laying in there flush. Alright, so now at this point I'm going to reinstall the battery. And what you want to do is just move all this, basically the cables out your way, so it doesn't just slide underneath the battery itself. Makes it a little bit easier to reinstall. So here I am installing the battery. You want to make sure that the battery cables are facing the right way. Positive is facing positive, negative is towards negative. Then what I do is I slide it towards the left there. And if you see, I'm lifting up on it and it's not properly in place there. So I get it lined up and then move towards the left. And as I lift up, you can see that the battery is being held in place on the left side. So once I do so, I get the positive. Always you have to, when reinstalling, go positive first and then negative. That way you eliminate a possibility of shocking yourself. So now I make sure that the positive cable is on there tight. Put the cover back on, and now I'm going to focus on putting the negative cable. When you reinstall the negative cable here, you're going to see the lights come on, and you might also get a spark. That is normal. You shouldn't have to worry about that. So now I tighten the negative cable. Once that is tight, I'm going to look to put the bracket that holds the battery in place. Once again, well, here I noticed I actually messed up a little bit. The vent tube actually got stuck underneath the battery itself. You're just going to have to get that out the way, and what I did is basically lift up on the battery. Alright, so now at this point I'm going to install the battery bracket. Like I said before, there's a lipped edge to it, so you can't really, it only installs in one way, and then that's a 13mm socket. You're going to want to reinstall that, and then afterwards you're going to want to put the vent tube in. And then after that, that's basically for this. That's it for this tutorial. Once again, guys, we have a new video coming out every week. We've been getting your requests. We're working on those videos right now. So basically, that's it for this tutorial, guys. Thanks a lot, and also don't forget, keep sending in requests. We try to get as many videos in as possible. And thanks a lot, guys.